Thank you so much for being here today. We'll have a 30-minute to crow class. Today we'll need a yoga block. So if you don't have a yoga block today, that's okay. You can grab a few throw pillows and just set them in front of your yoga mat. We'll only use them for one posture today. So set your yoga block at the front of your mat and we'll just leave it there for now. And when you're ready, come to standing at the top of your mat, eyes closed. And as you arrive, notice how you're standing here. Notice how the weight is distributing in the feet. And if you can even out the weight distribution in the feet, lengthening your tailbone downward towards your heels, drawing your shoulders back and down, allowing the palms to face forward and chin to be parallel to the mat. So it feels like you're standing tall. And for a few moments, moving out of the headspace and into the body space where we will be for the next 30 minutes today. Notice the power that you hold as you stand here, the confidence that you feel as you stand here, the strength inside your body, the softness in the breath. Notice the fluidity of the thoughts in and out of the mind. And notice how you have the ability to focus on one thing at a time, to hold your attention in the present moment. When you're ready, we'll inhale, bring our arms up and over the head. Palms come together and exhale, bring the hands down to heart center in Anjali Mudra. Taking a moment to ask what you need of yoga today, what your intention is. And with that intention in our mind, together we find an inhale breath through our nose and a full sigh out through the mouth, sending that intention into the universe. When you're ready, blink open the eyes. Thank you so much for being here today. Inhale, bring your arms up and over the head, palms come together. Exhale, cactus your arms, pulling the elbows down in line with the shoulders, lengthen the tailbone down towards the heels as you lean back, lifting your sternum up. Inhale, reach the arms back above the head, nice active core, hugging the navel in towards the spine. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at your hips, maybe bending the knees as you come down. Pedal out your legs, moving the hips side to side as you bend the knees. Wiggle your head, yes and no, up and down. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Bring your hands to your shins, flat back, shoulders draw back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle sweep the arms to the sky. Palms come together, upward loop pose. Exhale, hands lower to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale, cactus the arms. Lengthen tailbone to the heels. Lean back, open the heart. Inhale, reach the arms back above the head. And exhale, forward fold, hinge at your hips. Let it go. You can pedal out your legs again. Move the hips, head, shoulders. Inhale, take a halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, this time step back, high plank pose. Spread the fingers wide, rooting hands to the mat. Shoulders over the wrists, inner elbow spun forward, tailbone lengthening downward. Take an inhale here. Exhale, shift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple forward, high plank pose. And exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. And exhale, down dog. And take a breath in and out. Root firmly into the hands, hips lifting up and back. Maybe a small bend in the knees if you need. Take a breath in and exhale, lower the knees down towards the earth for neutral tabletop. Inhale, drop the belly down, lift the tailbone, gazing up, cow. Exhale, tuck round in, draw chin to chest, cat. Inhale, belly down, tailbone lifts, gaze up, cow. Exhale, tuck round in, chin to chest, cat. Last time, belly comes down. Inhale, lift the tailbone, gazing up. Exhale, tuck round in, draw chin to chest, cat. Inhale, come on back to neutral. Flip the hands around so fingertips point back, wrists point forward. And then on your exhale, round the spine, cat pose, stretching the wrists, opening the back. Stay for a few rounds of breath. Come on back to neutral. Turn the toes under, curl the toes under, sit back on the heels, and then shake out your wrists. Beautiful. Plant the hands on the earth, step your feet back, high plank pose, bring the feet hip width distance apart. Swivel your heels over to the right side. Inhale, lift the left arm to the sky, side plank. Exhale, left hand to the earth. Inhale, heels lift. Exhale, heels swivel to the left, right arm lifts to the sky, side plank, Vashisthasana. Exhale, right hand to the earth, heels lift high. Stay for an inhale. Exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Taking the gaze forward, bend the knees, jumper step the feet forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Arms circle, sweep to the sky, inhale. And hands lower to heart center, exhale. Stay for a breath. Bring your hands behind the back, interlocking the fingers, roll the shoulders up by the ears, rotate them back, lift the chest. Standing yoga mudra, find that chest expansion. As you exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Bring the belly down to the thighs, arms come up and over. Pull your pinky fingers up towards the ceiling, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Move your head left and right, up and down. And then inhale to chair pose, drop your hips, bend the knees, sweep the arms to the sky, tailbone tucks under, arms reach up. Stay for an inhale here. Exhale, arms swing back, airplane wings. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana, open the heart. Exhale, chair pose with airplane wings. Inhale, arms to the sky, reach up. Exhale, chair pose, airplane wings. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, chair pose, airplane wings. Inhale, shift to staff pose. Weight comes into the right foot. Left knee pulls up. Arms come to the sky. Tailbone lengthening downward. Left knee in line with the hip. Navel hugging in towards the spine. Reach the fingertips up. Stay for an inhale here. As you exhale, slowly step back. Left foot to the back of the mat. Left heel comes to the earth on a 45-degree angle. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Bring your hands behind the back. You can bring your fists together or take reverse prayer. So palms come together at the base of the spine, or you can bring the fingers up in the middle of the shoulders. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Tailbone tucks under, lift the heart. Big inhale. As you exhale, hinge at your hips forward, forward, forward. There can be a small bend in right knee as you lower down. Pyramid pose. Right hip is pulling back, left heel's anchoring into the mat. And inhale, lift the chest up. Bring the arms overhead. As you exhale, bend into your right knee, warrior one pose. Right knee is stacked over your ankle. Anchoring into the outside edge of left foot. Stay for a breath in. Exhale, bring both hands to the earth. Inhale, stepping back to a high plank. Pause, feet hip width distance apart. Exhale, swivel the heels to the right side. Left arm sweeps to the sky, Vashisthasana. Squeeze that right hip up. Exhale, left hand to the earth. Inhale, heels lift. Heel swivel to the left. Right arm sweeps to the sky, Vashisthasana. Exhale, right hand comes down. Shift your weight forward. Lower the body down to the mat. Uncurl the toes. Lift the chest, cobra. Exhale, forehead down. Curl your toes under. Inhale, rise up, high plank. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Bringing your gaze forward, bend the knees, jump or step the feet forward. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Arms to the sky, inhale. Hands to heart center, exhale. Breath in. Breath out. And bring the hands behind the back. Interlock the fingers. Roll the shoulders up by the ears. Lift the chest up. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge at your hips. Inhale, chair pose. Bend the knees, drop the hips. Sweep the arms to the sky. Inhale to staff. Shift the weight into the left foot. Pull the right knee up towards the chest. Flex the right foot. Knee in line with the hip. Start to lower the hands down to heart center. Take about a 3-foot step to the back of the mat. Right foot on a 45-degree angle. Feet on a railroad track, so they are in line with the hips. Anchor into the outside edge of right foot. Tilt the tailbone down and under. Hands come behind the back with fists, reverse prayer, or hands come up between the shoulders for high reverse prayer. Roll your shoulders back, lift the chest, big inhale. Exhale, hinge at your hips forward, pyramid pose. Pulling the left hip crease back as you do this. There can always be a bend in left knee. As you inhale, activate the core, lift the chest up. Arms come up and overhead. Inhale. Bend the left knee, hinge into the hips. Exhale. You may have to elongate the stance. Left knee stacked over the ankle. Anchoring to outside edge of back foot for warrior one. On your next exhale, hands sweep down to the earth. We step back to high plank. One last time, moving through side plank, heels to the right, left arm to the sky. Squeeze the right hip up. Come back through center plank. Heel swivel to the left, right arm sweeps to the sky, side plank. Right hand comes to the earth. Hips up and back, down dog. Spin the gaze forward, look forward. Bend the knees, jump or step the feet forward. Yogi squat. Heels outside edges of the feet, hands to prayer. Elbows push out the knees push out the elbows. Nice tall spine. Bring the hands behind you. Walk your hands back. Fingertips point forward. So we're coming into a neutral, reverse tabletop. Heel toe your feet in about hip width distance apart. Inhale, lift the hips up. Tuck the tailbone under. Push into the hands. Lift the chest. Gaze up. As you exhale, hips lower down towards the mat. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift the hips, reverse tabletop, opening through the chest. Exhale, lower the hips down towards the earth. Last time, inhale, activating our back body. Exhale, lower the hips down. Lean forward, extend the arms forward, slowly lift both legs off the mat. In a bent position for Ardha Navasana, boat pose, plug your shoulders back, hug the core in. So you're working core and hip flexors here, finding strength in the body. You're going to take an inhale, open long and wide exhale, finding a hover above the ground. Inhale, pull the knees back into the chest for boat crunches. Exhale, extend wide. Inhale, pull in. Exhale, push out. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Come on back. Inhale. Cross the ankles. Plant the hands. Neutral tabletop. And curl your toes under. Sit back on the heels. Great job. Just a nice little warm-up, yoga warm-up to build towards our crow. So we'll set up for our crow. Grab your pillows or your yoga block. Yoga block will be on the tall end. We'll plant our hands down away from the block. And before we even get started, we're going to bend our elbows and then shift our weight forward so the forehead comes down towards the block. And so this is a great way to measure your distance before you get started. Make sure that it feels good here. And that you have some space between your torso and your and the block here. So hands stay where they are, and let's talk about hand placement and arm placement. So in crow pose, your elbows do need to bend to create a shelf for the back of the legs. So we'll just start here and work this position. Bend your elbows. Elbows are slightly back, inner elbow spun forward. You're going to grip the ground with your fingertips, and then you're going to push to round your shoulders up as you keep this little bend in your elbows. So you can feel how strong this feels inside the body. Now this is our base for our crow pose. Now this is a great place to be if you don't want to fly up into crow today. Otherwise, you're going to disengage, plant each foot on either side of the hand in yogi squat. Good. And then we'll do same thing here. So you're going to lift your hips this time, keeping a little bend in your knees so that your hands comfortably touch the ground. You're pushing into the hands, rounding the shoulders up towards the ceiling, and then finding that little bend in the elbows. You may need to step back, finding your alignment, grip the ground. It's going to feel a little funny, but at least now we are set up in safety. So you can stay here today working this position, even walking your feet in so that the knees come to the back of the triceps. So this is a great place to stay. Make sure that you're still rounding your upper back. And we're going to bring our forehead down to the block here. And you'll notice as you bring your forehead down to your yoga block that your feet are going to want to lift up. And that's the idea. You're going to start to lift one leg at a time here, maintaining one leg on the ground. And maybe you lift the other leg up. Keep pushing your forehead down. If you need to take a little break, take a little break. And then bring your feet back down and switch out your legs. So then your opposite leg will lift up first. Forehead still pushing on the block. And maybe you lift the other foot up. Maybe you have all of that down and you feel really comfortable. So you're going to move your block out of the way. Bring the knees to the back of the arms. Keep your gaze up, lean forward, and start to lift the feet up. One at a time or both at the same time. Take a few moments in your crow pose. Have fun, play with it. It's okay if you fall. What would life be if we didn't learn how to fall? And after your playtime, We're going to bring our knees down to the earth. Big toes come to kiss. Arms extend forward in a little child's pose. Walk your hands back, lift your heart up. Shift the hips to one side and extend your legs forward. Take that yoga block, place the block underneath the knees. So the knees are supported. Tall spines, sit up as tall as you can, big inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to walk our hands forward, coming to Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold, letting the belly come towards the thighs and then the chin to fall down towards the chest. So we're going for a rounded variation here, where we're going to let our head be heavy. Walk your hands back, lift your heart up, remove the block out of the way, bring your feet together, knees open wide, hips scoot towards the pelvis, and we're going to come onto our back. Let your eyes close, take a few breaths. With the help of your hands, draw your knees in towards each other, bring the knees into the chest, massage your lower back. And open the knees wider than the rib cage, grab the outer edges of the feet for happy baby. You can roll around here. Bring the knees back into the chest, give yourself a little hug. And we'll extend our legs long into a mini Shavasana. Palms face upward towards the sky, feet open like a book, eyes softly close. Taking one last breath in. And a sigh out, letting go. Shavasana. At your own speed, draw the knees in, turn the body to one side in the fetal position, and you're welcome to stay in Shavasana a little longer if you'd like. Otherwise, we're going to slowly push up to a seat, bringing our hands to the heart. Thank you so much for being here today, for taking a quick flight into Crow. I hope you have a wonderful day today. Together, we'll